As you all know by now, the Candidates tournament has been postponed. We're halfway through. Well, keep munching your halftime oranges because we don't know yet when the second half will kick off. But, well, I'll keep you posted on that one. Of course, the chess calendar is looking really empty now, and most other tournaments have been either postponed or cancelled. But rest assured, the PowerPlay channel will keep providing content such as this. I posted this on the community tab yesterday. It's white to play and win. Typical pawn endgame, white to play and win. While you're thinking about that, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing on the channel over the next few weeks. Well, there'll be more puzzles like this. I'll be looking at some great games by some of the great players. I'll be doing some more book reviews, which a lot of you have requested. And I'll be promoting my own new book on the mysterious Indian legend Sultan Khan. That should be out in a couple of weeks, so look out for some material on him. And if you want to see even more videos, well, do check out the patreon.com PowerPlayChess page, where there's, depending on how much you contribute, there's test games, there's puzzles, there's opening surveys, a whole load of things to keep you busy. Normally on the channel, just on the channel, I'll be posting roughly twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and perhaps a little bit more, depends what's going on. So that's the news. Let's take a look at the position. White to play. Well, here it's obvious we have to try and queen a pawn, but black has counterplay as well, although you can see that the king blocks that pawn. Now, there is simply no substitute for calculation. The secret of good technique, just ignore my phone. The secret of good technique is good calculation. So let's push that pawn. When we calculate, we make the most obvious moves first. So black takes, and the most obvious move is simply to recapture. Now, unfortunately, this is a mistake. If you know your basic endgame positions, then you will know that although white has the queen here, because it's a bishop's pawn, then this on the 7th rank, then this is actually a theoretical draw. And the point is this: white can staircase to bring the queen closer. Now, the important thing is the king doesn't block that pawn, so there's always a threat to queen. So white's queen can approach the pawn like this, and then we reach the crunch moment here where white gives a check. Now, it is absolutely crucial that the king does not go in front of the pawn, because then white's king will approach, and that's a win for white. But the trick is this: the king goes in the corner, and of course, if that pawn is taken, it's stalemate. And that's why this position with the pawn on the 7th rank, as long as the enemy king is far enough away, then this is a theoretical draw. Right, let's go back to the starting position. So white has just played pawn to a5. Now, this should help us to solve this position. So after takes, now we need to avoid stalemate. So we simply push on, pawn to b5. Now, this is a completely different situation when there's a pawn remaining on the board. So black pushes that f pawn, and white gets a queen. And the pawn reaches the 7th rank. Now, exactly the same position as before, basically, except there's another black pawn. And of course, this makes all the difference, because it means that when we get to that crunch position with the queen right up next to the king and the pawn, then there is no longer stalemate. So let's reach that position. So here we go. And queen g3 check. And here, if the king goes in the corner, I'm afraid that is not stalemate. Queen takes pawn, because that pawn can still run down the board. That's the unfortunate thing. And in this position, if the king blocks the f-pawn, then white's king approaches, and you can simply pick up the f-pawn. There we go. So, well, white wins very quickly. Let's just go a couple of moves on, and well, okay, the black king can run, but you get the picture. It's checkmate. So there we go. I mean, there are a few other variations in this endgame, but actually those are the crucial ones. Basically, you know, when you're in an endgame, calculation is absolutely crucial, but also a knowledge of those basic positions as well. So more coming your way soon. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and see you soon. Thanks a lot.